What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea All Shade Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 6, Episode 14 review. I'm trying a new filming system out tonight, so we'll see how this works out. But I have some behind the scenes tea for you all. So, if you have not heard, the Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore got married last week. Honey, and she stirred up a bit of drama, honey, because the producers did not know that she was getting married while on vacation. So this is what Fameless has to say, what they heard about, the producers being mad that Kenya got married. So Bravo producers reportedly are not happy with Kenya Moore's decision to tie the knot without their consent of knowledge. The good folks at True Entertainment spilled the tea about Bravo being in an uproar after news broke Kenya got married. The alleged wedding is very much real, and receipts will drop within the next month for those who want to see the marriage license. Kenya Moore purposely dismissed production from attending the wedding or film it because she wanted it to be separate from her reality television life. Real Housewives of Atlanta is a scripted show for the most part, so Kenya didn't want you guys to think that her marriage was just a fluke for ratings. It also is being reported that Kenya does not want her husband on the show, and she doesn't want producers using any footage or pictures that may come from her weddings for Real Housewives of Atlanta. In response to Kenya Moore's demands, Bravo may be cutting her screen time down. It said that Bravo wanted Kenya Moore's storyline for the new season to be her getting her life together after Matt Jordan, and production wanted her and Matt to hash out their differences one last time on television. Now that she's married, Bravo doesn't know how to fit her in on the new season other to have her beef with Kim again. Kenya hasn't said anything publicly, but she did speak with Bravo and the production team after the news broke. Kenya has no clue how the public was able to get photos of the wedding, and she did not send them to any media outlets. So if you want to see some pictures from her wedding, let me go on Instagram and pull them up for you guys if you've been living under a rock. So Kenya Moore. All right. Here's a photo of the two lovebirds on the beach after their wedding. It was a really cute beach reception, wedding or whatever. It was real cute. So congratulations to Kenya Moore on her wedding and on her nuptials. Cute for her. Also, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood will be returning July 24th with none other than Keisha motherfucking Cole. Cannot wait. They're starting to show promos for it right now. You know she's not going to be interacting with the rest of the motherfuckers. It's going to be like a Remy Ma situation where she has her little own side storylines going on. Also, some tea was spilled yesterday that was very troubling to me. And the only reason why I'm not going to play the audio that I listen to is because for legal reasons and because I'm a mother and I wouldn't want that information to be put out there like that about my child. So what happened was a woman by the name of Latasha called Rashida yesterday on Father's Day at her store Press to let her know that her son and Rashida's son have been dealing with each other in a romantic situation. And she was very aggressive with Rashida over the line. She was very ghetto. She was just very nasty. And Rashida was trying to figure out, if you want to talk to me woman to woman about our children, why are you calling my place of business? And why are you calling with the attitude, cussing me out like I did something wrong? The woman gave Rashida's son's number to show her that she was telling the truth about the situation. And she even said her son's name. The Latasha woman named her son, gave his full name, and she was like, I was going to take this to the blogs. Jason from, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, the one with the U-turn forehead, her line, the little light-skinned fat motherfucker that threw that drink on Hazley. He was telling her to give the tape to him so he could put it on his blogs, but she decided to call Rashida with the information. But I guess at the end of the day, she decided to go ahead and leak the information on the internet. The conversation was like 3 minutes long. If you want to listen to it, you can go to fameless.com and listen to it. It was just very disgusting. This woman was just so disgusting to do something like that to her own flesh and blood, to put her son's full name out there, to leak the audio, and to embarrass her child like that just because I guess that he's gay and Rashida's son is gay as well. It's just so unfortunate for the children to have to go through something like that, and for his mama to out him like that. It was just terrible, and I feel bad for the children involved. But for Rashida, I don't feel bad for her really, because she put her life out there on reality television. She's made a mockery of her marriage for fake storylines for the last 5 seasons of this show. The only real situation and season we got out of Kirk and Rashida's relationship was season 1, where they were actually being themselves, and then after that they had to kick it up before their asses got kicked off this goddamn show. So it's like it's a gift and a curse. She made a mockery out of her family, out of her marriage, and now it's coming back to haunt her. So I feel really bad for her son, and it's just an unfortunate situation. Also, the Color Me Pink Book Club June picks are in. Votes were tallied up, and 40% of you voted for She Rode the Bus. That will be the book that we're reading this month for the Color Me Pink Book Club. So get your copy now. We'll be meeting up towards the end of this month, probably early July, to read the book. It is She Rode the Bus by Akil. I'm sorry, I forgot his last name. I'll have the link to his book down below in the description. So thank you all for each one of you that voted. But let's get into tonight's episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So the girls are paddle boarding. They're still in Jamaica. And Rashida and Kirk have left. Thank God. So they're all sitting around after paddleboard, and Dime tells Karlie that she thinks that she's in love with Jock. Karlie says that she and Caesar are dating, but she wants Jock to be loyal to her. And Dime like, why do you want Jock to be loyal to you if you don't love him, and if you're trying to build a relationship with Caesar? It doesn't make sense. So in the midst of their conversation, Mimi gets a phone call and has to excuse herself. She comes back mad because she got a phone call from Eva, and Eva stated, she says that, I asked Stevie. She's like, I asked Stevie. I gotta do my Mimi voice. I asked Stevie not to have that bitch around my daughter, and she fucking had that bitch around my fucking daughter. I don't play that shit about my daughter. It's all about Eva. So apparently Eva called her and told her she was around Joseline, and now Eva, what's that bitch name? Mimi's all mad about it. She says she's leaving the trip early and she's going home, and on her way out she tells them to watch their backs around Joseline because that bitch ain't shit. So Logan is at a dusty garage waiting on Sexy Dragon to pull up on him so they can talk about this whole Jasmine situation. Logan tells him that he thinks Jasmine's baby is his. Sexy Dragon laughing like, okay, nigga. And then Logan says, what's the baby name? And Sexy Dragon says, Ken. He was like, exactly, nigga, that's my daddy name. And so, Sexy Dragon says she took the name from your daddy, and what? You an Instagram thug, my nigga. They both trying to be tough, and I'm like, what is this I'm watching? God damn it, Beat Street, what the fuck is going on? So Logan tells him that he been smashing Jasmine and names all the places that Jasmine has been staying at. And at this point, Sexy Dragon realized, oh, this nigga might be telling the truth. So he asks, let me see, where am I at? Logan says that he was at the apartment just a few months ago. Logan says that she keeps on insisting that he sees the baby, and that Sexy Dragon is mad because he's been smashing his girl. And Logan says, I smashed her in August or September of 2015. And this was apparently before Sexy Dragon went to jail. So Jasmine, however, had the baby in July of 2016. So the baby couldn't possibly be Logan's. The timelines ain't adding the fuck up. So Sexy Dragon said he knew that Jasmine allegedly had an abortion, but he assumed the baby was his. But now it's a possibility that she did have the abortion. It was by Logan. So some shit ain't right. God damn it. This whole thing is confusing. It's getting on my fucking nerves. So Logan just want to know if the baby is his or not, so he can move the fuck on with his life. And Sexy Dragon said he'll make that happen for him. So Mimi comes by Stevie's house, talks to him about Eva and her being around Joseline. And Stevie says that Joseline, isn't living there, that maybe her daughters took, his daughters took Eva by Joseline's house to see the baby or some shit. I don't know, it was some stupid shit. Mimi tells him that she went to court to get an order of protection, but that she'll have to bring Eva in to talk to, the officials, and she doesn't really know if she wants to do that. And Stevie suggests at this point they all sit down and talk, meaning him, Mimi, and Joseline. And Mimi said, "Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You tell that bitch to eat a dick. I am done being Mrs. Nice Guy. You want to lay up with this bitch that accused you of that shit? Huh, Steve? You want to do that shit? What about my daughter? What about my daughter, nigga?" She walk off all mad. And I was like, girl, go take a Xanax. So Karlie is having a little Mexican fiesta, which is basically a product plug for Pizzeria. And I was like, can you be more fucking obvious? And it's for her and Dime. And Dime comes over and she tells Karlie that she thought that she was only dating Caesar to get back at Jock. And Karlie says that Jock isn't mature enough for her, and that the long distance relationship between her and Caesar is hard, and that they have phone sex. I don't want to think about it. And that they haven't had sex yet, and that he's introduced her to his mother, and she asks he's gonna cheat on her because every nigga she's already dated always cheats on her. And I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares. So Stevie is playing with Bonnie Bella when Joseline shows up, and Joseline wants to make music with him again because she's a Puerto Rican princess, and I cannot make music without you, Stevie. So he tells her that he got a new artist since Joseline, moved on with her whole situation. Joseline says, well, Estelita gonna have to move on because it's only one Puerto Rican princess, Poppy. And she asks him, has he fucked her? She's like, if you have, I'm not gonna be mad because we went together. He was like, no, I ain't never fucked her. So she gives him a wedding ring and puts her ring on and says that he needs to set a wedding date in order to be her manager again. And he's not looking to get married. He's just trying to, work everything out between everybody, and tells her that she's going to need to talk to his daughters and apologize for that shit that she said about him molesting, his youngest daughter. And she tells him that she'll talk to the girl. She's willing to apologize. And she also tells him that he has to break the contract with Estelita, and that she'll gladly be there when he does it. So Estelita meets up with Mimi, and Mimi tells Estelita about Eva going over to Joseline's house. And Estelita is concerned about doing business with Stevie. Stevie told her that he signed Joseline to his label, and Mimi warns her that Stevie will try to fuck her eventually. And she was like, well, as of right now, he's kept it strictly platonic and everything is good. Mimi personally wants Stevie to fuck Estelita. And I'm like, you are so bothered by Joseline. Like, it's just, like, she has no other fucking storyline outside of being mad about every move that Joseline makes. And I just need for Mimi to be off the show at this point. She's miserable. So Mimi invites Estelita to Dime's listening party. She knows that Karlie will be there, but hopes that they can mend fences. So Karlie invites Caesar over to her house, and she dressed up in her best hustler lingerie, and sees in his Beijing beard that I did not like. It was just too fucking dark and crispy and crunchy. He looked like he put motherfucking a black rinse into that shit. And he asked her about the trip with, doing the Jamaica trip, and the video that he saw of her and Jock, and how he was clowned by his homeboys. She said that nothing happened, that he apologized to her. He wants to know, well, why do you need an apology from your ex-boyfriend? Same shit we want to know, C's. So she says she needed it so she could move on and know that every man isn't fucked up. And he says, I should have knew that he was in Jamaica, and I should have known he was going to be at your grand opening, because I feel like you only had me there to make that nigga jealous, which that's what the fuck she did. So Steve's like, I'm doing stuff different with you. We ain't had sex and shit yet. I'm trying to do things different, but you making it hard with the little games you playing. And she's like, I love you. Now, I don't think she said I love you. She was like, I really like you. I'm sorry, this is that. And then he take over his shoulder and he tell her, we about to fuck, bitch. I'm tired of playing these games. I'm about to take you upstairs, about to put this little New York dick up in you. End of story. So Sexy Dragon confronts Jasmine about the Logan situation. She says that she last fucked him in 2014. And he was like, she also says that they dated in high school. He went to the military, and that was it. And he was like, well, bitch, that couldn't be it if you just told me you had sex with him in 2014. Bitch, we've been together since 2012. So what the fuck is going on? You lying to me. So he says that he now, possibly thinks that the baby could be Logan's, and then he wants her to take a DNA test, and he pulls the DNA test out. So everyone is at Dime's listening party, and they all talking and shooting the shit when Estelita shows up, and Karlie is not happy to see her. Karlie tells her that she's sorry for coming at her the wrong way, but that, when Stevie has new artists, she's always in the middle of it. And Estelita say, why do you have to be in the middle of it? It has nothing to do with you. You put yourself in the middle of the situation, which is true. So Karlie gets mad and then tosses a plate of veggies on the girl and says, well, bitch, I don't like you. And everybody got salsa and shit all over their dresses. And security jumps in and is holding everybody back. And in the midst of all this, Estelita accidentally throws a drink on Sierra. And her and Sierra are trying to fight each other and hit each other and shit. And Estelita gets taken out and she vows to get at Karlie. Then at the end of the episode, Stevie, Savannah, and Sade, his two daughters, meet with Joseline. He tells them that Joseline gave him a ring, and Savannah basically tells him that if he marries Joseline, she won't have shit to do with him. Joseline arrives, and I don't know where the fuck she was going. She was dressed like she was about to storm Princess and the Frog. I don't like, where you going, Joseline, with all these diamonds and shit on? So she arrives knowing that even when she apologized to the girls, they still won't like her because they've never liked her. She apologized to them for saying what she said about them, and that the girls understand how their daddy is because they haven't complained about their father to her as well. Joseline admits that she was being immature and that Stevie made her have an abortion the first time, and she's crying. And Savannah why the fuck is she crying? We should be the one crying. She's getting angry and angry and angry. She's like, I really don't give a fuck about them tears, my nigga. I really don't give a fuck about them tears. And I'm like, when did you become so tough, little girl? Sit down. She does the most. And ever since her and Stevie J and Joseline have been together, this little girl has gotten on social media numerous times. Before Joseline even said that he allegedly molested the youngest daughter, she has gotten on Instagram numerous times coming at Joseline, talking about she gonna fight her, whoop her ass, knowing she should have stayed her dumb ass in a child's place, and she should have got checked a long time ago. She's way too motherfucking grown for my damn liking and my damn taste. So at this point, she's saying, I don't give a fuck about them tears, my nigga, I don't give a fuck. And Joseline say, you can't whoop me, right? I'm like, Joseline, that's not the point. We both know you'll beat the shit out of this little girl. But you have to understand at the end of the day, what you said was deplorable. It was despicable. It was nasty. It was ugly. You accused this man of molesting his child. Anything up at this point that this little girl has ever said or done to you is null and void because of what the fuck you said, bitch. Why are you arguing with this little ass girl? I mean, y'all damn near about the same age, granted. But at the end of the day, you fucking wrong as fuck. You just need to shut the fuck up and deal with what the fuck you did. It was fucking wrong. So the little girl jump up like she gonna do something, and she's in tears. The security jumps in, and she walks out. She's crying. She's mad, punching walls and shit. And then we heard Joseline say, y'all made her do that. So y'all made her do that. She's talking to Mona and the producers. And Stevie says, no, that's her sister. You have to understand the ramifications of what the fuck you did. Then he gets up and he walks off and follows his daughter, and the episode goes off. So I give tonight's episode a D-. It was basically some bullshit up until the last 5 minutes. I'm ready for this season to be over, for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood to come out. Hopefully they give us some fever because Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has been trashed this season. Can't wait to see Basketball Wives tonight. Make sure to watch my Claws review from last night. Be on the lookout Tuesday and Wednesday for my Queen Sugar reviews. It's a 2-night Queen Sugar Season 2 premiere. So I have a video up tomorrow and Wednesday. And Sunday, be on the lookout for my Power review. Power Season 4 returns. As well as my Claws Season 3 review. Also, the BET Awards come on this Sunday. I don't know if I'm gonna do a review on it. I'll probably live tweet it. I don't know. But thank you all for watching this video. Make sure to get the Color Pink Book Club pick this month, which is She Rode the Bus. Love you guys. And if you have not read my latest novel, Cranes in the Sky, check it out now. Love you guys. See you all later. Bye.